Take a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I'm a life path specialist. I am trained in intuitive healing, past life and between lives regression, law of attraction coaching, reading the Akashic records, and so much more. I am on a mission to empower you to make soul-aligned choices so that you can create all of the health, wealth, love, happiness, and success that you desire in your life. If the content in today's episode resonates with you, visit findmysparkle.com. Hello, Michelle here, and today we're going to be talking about embracing change and rewriting your life story. So if you're not happy with where you are in life at the moment, then there's no time like now to rewrite that story. So the only problem with this for some is that it requires change, and we're going to embrace change while we're at it. So it's going to get a bit uncomfortable, but I'm going to take you through a process and hopefully it will help you to rewrite your life story if you don't like the story that you're living at the moment. So most people I work with have some aspect of their life that they're not happy about, which is probably why they come to me. And most of us live our lives on autopilot. So it's easier than we think to get caught up in the same old repeating self-sabotaging patterns. And before we know it, we're looking back on our lives and wondering where we went wrong. Like, well, how did this happen? I've done that myself a few times. So I'm all about helping you to rewrite your life story. And like my clients, you may have found yourself in situations such as your health may be suffering, you're not able to manifest financial abundance, you might be single and wanting to find love but not having any luck, your current relationships could be a mess if you're in one. You feel lost, unfulfilled, your career's in the ditches, or your business is struggling, and so much more. Okay, so there's a lot of places that things could be not quite going as you'd like them to go. So the first step to rewrite your life story is to first learn to embrace change. And without change, nothing changes, right? And change is a funny creature, though, because your lower self or your ego doesn't want you to change. And the reason for that is because change is unsafe, and your ego will do everything within its power to keep you safe. Now, where you are right now might not feel very safe to you, but you're alive, right? And your ego wants to keep you alive, and it knows you can deal with where you're at right this second. If you were to get present in this current moment, regardless of the crap going on in your life, you're still here, you're still alive, and you're okay, okay? Now, if you stay stuck, self-sabotaging yourself through procrastination or misaligned choices, leaving you back where you started, well, that's what's going to happen if you keep doing what you've always done, okay? So the first step to rewrite your story, apart from embracing change, is to first decide what you want your story to say. You must get extremely clear on what you actually want and why you want it. Now, sometimes you might think you want something, but instead you want something else. So, for example, a lot of people say, oh, I want $100,000 in the bank. Now, what you really want is what that money can buy you. It's not the money itself that you want at all. So this is why it's really, really important to understand. Like if you're thinking, yeah, I want more money, but why? What are you going to buy with that money? What are you going to do with that money? What will it bring you to have that money? And those things are what you actually want, not the money itself. It's just a tool, right? Now, the next step to rewrite your life story is to have some clarity, or once you have the clarity about what you want, is to dig deep and into what having that thing would feel like. Really get into those emotions. So what emotions will you feel or experience once you are now living your new life? You've written your new story and you are now living it. How does that feel? Okay. So really get into that feeling. Now, what will you be doing as well? Who will you associate with? What does your life look like day to day? How does it feel to be living that way? Okay. So visualize with emotions to give power to your new life story. And the final and hardest step, once you have your clear intention, you're able to visualize your desire, feeling the emotions of having that desire manifest. It's time to take action. And now you need to do something different. If you keep doing what you were doing yesterday, then you're going to not change a single thing in your life, in your present or your future. Your story cannot be rewritten with the exact same script that it has now. Okay, so you need to absolutely start writing a different script, and that means you need to do something different. So brainstorm. What can you do differently starting right this second? What little actions can you take that will take you closer to your goals? What would future you do? So pretend you're the person who's living the new life story that you've rewritten. And what are they doing in the lead up to the manifestation of their desires? And what of those things could you do starting today? Now, sometimes this step can require a lot of guesswork, but if you have a copy of your soul blueprint and your manifesting blueprint handy, that can make sure, like you can refer to that and make sure that your actions are actually aligning with who you are as a soul, which improves your chances of success and doing the right thing that creates, gives you more power to manifest, I guess. So, because if you make choices which are aligned with who you are as a soul, you're more likely to create what you want. Now, you can still do it without it, but a bit of trial and error is required until you get there. So it may take you a little bit longer. Now, once you've applied all of those steps, your story has no choice but to be rewritten, right? If you're taking those new actions, you're thinking differently, you're feeling differently, it has to change because you have changed. You have become someone different to who you were yesterday. Okay, it's got to happen. So your journey is going to be unique, and the pages of your future can either look similar to the new story that they tell now, or they can begin to reflect the future that feels amazing. If you begin to do these new things, you're automatically creating a new story. So if that's ultimately what you want, is that new story, then you've got to start taking these actions and doing something different. So if you would like some help getting out of your own way so you can upgrade your life so it looks like a best-selling novel, a best-selling novel than a B-grade novel, then check out my free life path guide, which is at findmysparkle.com/guide. And within that guide, you'll be shown what's possible, and maybe we could work together in the future. But either way, the guide will help. It will give you some more clarity about what you need to do to create that new future for yourself, and we'll take it from there. So let's chat soon.